Hello, Cancer, and welcome to your February 2022 reading. We're going to take a look at the sun, moon, and rising sign of Cancer. This is a general reading, so take from the reading what actually applies to your life, and we're going to look at career, love, finance, whatever comes through, I'm going to relate it to you. And right now, what I'm getting for each and every one of you is you have something coming through that you've been working on very, very hard, and it's getting ready to actually land in your lap by the end of the month of February. So let's take a look at the cards, and what I did pull out a few, and then I'll add to it as we go along. So I hope you guys are doing really well, and thank you so much for joining us on the channel. And we are looking at the Nine of Swords, and that is that energy of being overworked, overtired, you can't sleep, and that's what I feel you guys have been doing. You've been working really, really hard. So when, if you have your own business, okay, or maybe it's just trying to clear out things in your life, clear out the cupboards, pack, move, whatever you've been doing, you've been putting a lot of energy and exertion in, and they're saying, hey, it's time for you to just sleep, all right? Just take a breath and relax in the first week of February. Now I'm going to pull cards, and I always shuffle as before I start. So if you don't see me shuffle on camera, don't worry about that. I assure you, everything is shuffled. So part of the detail on this is the Queen of Swords, and that's what I'm talking about, this Queen of Swords energy, where you're cutting through things, you're removing things from your life, and it is exhausting. Whether this is the mental process that some of you are going through, where you're recognizing a negative pattern, negative thinking, and you're working with somebody. This is somebody who is very, very good, very intuitive, maybe somebody like myself, who is helping you find those things and release them. And for some of you, this is absolutely your home, because I see this like clearing out the cupboards. The cupboards are very important. You might be having new cupboards built or there are things hiding in your cupboard that you've been looking for, and now all of a sudden you're finding them. Whatever it is you've been going through, it's time to just let it go. Let it go and take a deep breath in. Get a personalized meditation video with me or anyone that you feel can help you through this, because that sleep is very, very important. If you don't get the sleep, by the second week you have the Five of Wands, and this is that combative energy. Not just with you, but within you, because that's where it would amount to if we don't get enough sleep. This is like with other people around you, maybe arguing and quarreling. Not a big fight, but it's like trying to get your point across. And I feel that people are not hearing you very well. So that has everything to do with that mental thought process. And I feel you guys are really getting ready to make a leap of faith and say, oh, I get it. And I am so proud of you, because it is not an easy thing to do. Now for the detail, we have again the Five of Wands. If I said swords before, I apologize. I meant wands. But the Five of Wands twice. So this is inner conflict. This is external conflict. So, in February, it really stands to reason that something like that is going to come through, you guys. I mean, as you let go of things, you are going to release people, you're going to release jobs and careers and plans that you already had in place, and they're going to be taken over in a really great way, and here's why. By the third week, there is what you've been working on, right there, the Knight of Swords. Now, this Knight of Swords, it can be a very, very slow-moving energy. So it may have taken, and I'm seeing 8 to 10 months of you working vigorously all the time. Like I say, if you're a business owner, you've probably been working 16 to 20 hours a week to try and get your business just on a keel, get things everywhere that they need to go, because a lot of small businesses are having to do the work on their own right now. So this is that combative energy, like, I am going to succeed, I will do it. And the cards are saying, yes, you will, Cancer. You will get there. Now, we're going to look at people in just a moment, all right? But right now, it's all about you for this month. So by that third week, whatever you've been working on is getting ready to come in, and it's going to be wonderful. Because with that Knight of Swords, this is about prosperity. It's about gaining whatever you've been working at. That gain is finally getting ready to pay off. There you go, the Fool card. That's what I was saying. Because you took a leap of faith. You believed in yourself. You may have quarreled and bickered with other people saying, no, I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to do it this way. And bravo, because this 8 to 10 months, now for some of you, it could be 8 to 10 years, but it really feels more like months, not weeks and not years. So this would be over the last year that you've been really working hard at this, whatever it is in your life. You know, with this Fool card, this is about doing all of the research and then taking a leap of faith. So it's knowing if you were going to travel, and some of you, it may have something to do with travel because nothing comes in by chance in these readings. But if you were going to travel, let's say you're going to another country, you're going to research this and look up what you want to see, where you want to go. You know, maybe even your foreign embassy, okay? Whatever it is that you need to look at and work on. The Fool is saying you've done the work, you've done the research, you've done everything you needed to do, and now it's just taking that leap and saying, I'm going for it. I am going for it. So whatever it is, I feel this is coming into you, and here's why. Because we have the Six of Pentacles, and the Six of Pentacles is equal reciprocity. This is something being restored, balance being restored, an offer, a huge offer, especially when it comes to an educational situation. So this could be getting your degree, this could be getting a certification. You've been working at something, and for some of you, it may have taken 8 to 10 months for you to get a job after you received your degree, okay? And this offer, this opportunity is coming in, and it is going to bring in prosperity. Now again, Pentacles is anything on the material plane, anything. That includes love, that includes money, furniture, travel, adventure, excitement. But whatever it is, you are letting go of the burden. So whatever you started, and again, my cards follow my guidance, right? Whatever I am hearing and seeing, the cards come out. And that's exactly what we said in the beginning of this reading. You are letting go. You are releasing the weighted, I'm hearing the word metropolis, okay? The weighted metropolis for those of you. You may live in a metropolis and you're actually relocating, or vice versa, where you're moving into a big city. I feel a lot of you are moving away from anything that is very, very stressful, that is draining and straining you in any way. Also, your health may be starting to feel a little bit more improvement by the end of the month, because for some of you, I feel you've been doing research when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to the balance inside of you. Now, if you want to learn even deeper on that, I've got a wonderful workshop. You can go to my website, and I have all kinds of things there. The Circle of Wisdom. These are really great webinars that I'm putting on for you guys. So this is that beautiful moment for you to actually say, you know what, I'm going to do it. Now, when it comes to dealing with another person in your life, okay, this may be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. It could be an Aries, a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. But I also feel Pisces is attached to this reading, and so is, well, Capricorn is definitely attached to this. So Cancer, this is your moment to look at this individual, whoever you're dealing with. This energy of the Queen of Swords is saying you may need to be removing them from your life, or removing the negative situation or experience that the two of you were dealing with. We have the Ten of Wands. That's the Ten of Wands that just came out. I mean, the Nine of Wands. Then the Ten of Wands just came out at the end of the month for you personally. So they may be wearing you down. That's what I mean. It's like you have the Nine of Swords and the Nine of Wands. You know, I really see that this person has really caused you a lot of grief, a lot of strife. They are constantly neat. You know, where they're nitpicking, maybe watching everything you do. And it puts this burden on you where you feel self-conscious of everything you're saying and everything you're doing. You know, with this Nine of Wands, though, you've been through a lot with this individual, whatever zodiac sign they are, Cancer, and now is your time to actually say whether you want or don't want this situation. And it doesn't have to be romance. We are going to pull some romance cards at the end of this reading. But no matter what group you're in, whether you're just new into your self-discovery journey, or you've been in it for a while, or even moved up into an ascension level, this is that moment where things are getting ready to change. So you're so exhausted with the Nine of Wands, and also you have the Nine of Swords. You can't sleep at night. This quarreling, bickering, inner conflict of what do I do? Do I take that leap of faith with this person? Now you have the Nine of Cups, and here may be very why, maybe why you're having so much conflict, because you do love this person. Now remember, I said Pisces is in this reading, and there's the Pisces that I'm talking about. Pisces has this really beautiful energy lingering around our beautiful Cancers. And this is about love, and you could have been fighting this combative energy. I love them so much. Do I have them move with me, in with me, move in with them, or move forward in any different direction? And because you yourself are getting ready to take that leap of faith, you know, this Nine of Wands is going to be very, very imperative. Now, you do have 7, 8, 9, and 10. These are numbers of completion. For another group of you, you are going to see 999999999, like everywhere, all over the place. And we have the Sun card. And this is great because you've got the Sun card right here with the Fool by the 3rd week. You're going to feel better. You're going to feel more energized. You're going to be revitalized, and your health is going to improve tremendously. It's right underneath the Knight of Pentacles. So with your health, this is like learning a new regime and a new way of, again, that nutritional value that I feel some of you are going to do. Now, some of you, that is what your certification is. Whether it's a degree or an actual certification is unique to you. But this is that moment where you're going to bounce free. You're going to say, yes, I accomplished this. I feel better. I'm ready to go out there and face the world. And when you do that, all that burden is going to come off by that 4th week. So whoever you're dealing with in this situation, and it could be a Leo, to be honest with you, you're moving past any of the problems. Now, we don't have the 5 of Swords on the board, but we do have 2 5 of Wands on the board. And that is a big deal because change is going to happen very, very profoundly. It is, it's time for you to step into a new frame of thinking, a new way of life, creating the life that you love. And that's what I just heard right now. So moving past any of the things that were bothering you, any of the worries that you may have been dealing with, any of the struggles that you've been having, you are literally getting ready to make a leap of faith that is going to be beautiful for you. Now let's look and see at any adversities that may come across in each of these time periods, and then we'll pull out more detail as we go along. So in that first week, you're going to have some patience, all right? And we get that, you know, the 9 of Wands and 9 of Swords. In that first week, this is about patience. And that's what I mean. You've been doing this for 8 to 10 months with this person, with this situation. Now, some of you is a family member, and I keep seeing, it looks, I don't know if it's a male or a female, but they look thin, and they look like they're around the age of 23, and that may be only one of you in the group that's watching this video. But whoever that is for, that could be your child, an adult child is what it looks like, that is been draining your energy. Not necessarily your finances, but nitpicking, watching you saying, yeah, you can't do that, Mom, Dad, you can't do that, Grandma, Grandpa, whoever it is, and the words that they're saying is, you can't do that. And that's what I hear. They're being very discouraging to you. So this is a youthful energy around you that may have been pushing your buttons a little bit, and you had to really work on being patient with this person. But you know, the great thing is there is love. And when love is there, there's a possibility. A possibility never leaves as long as there's love. Love is just love. Now we have the King of Swords, and that's what I'm talking about. Being honest and truthful. Self-love. Love for them. Both of you being honest. You could definitely be dealing with an Aquarian. But this energy is very much bold. Okay, this is somebody who's going to just boom, say it like it is, and they aren't going to say, well, why do I have to cushion it for you? You know, I'm going to tell you the truth, and they are going to tell you the truth, but it may be very difficult to hear because sometimes we don't want to hear the truth. Whatever we're going through in our life, they're saying you are getting ready to make this big, beautiful leap. So this individual, this King of Swords person, I feel they're very, very stubborn. They're a stubborn individual that doesn't want to make changes, and that's why they're having a hard time with you making those changes, Cancer. Because you've been going through your own physical metamorphosis, so to speak, your transformation, a career, a physical move, a romantic part of your life, whatever you've been going through that is changing, they don't want you to change. And it could be your romantic partner for sure. The Eight of Pentacles is here, and the Eight of Pentacles is saying this is that moment for you to keep working. So you've come so far, all that hard work and effort that you've done. Remember, I'm seeing 8 to 10, okay, 8 to 10 months where you've been going through this huge transformation. And look at it again. They're saying, I keep hearing job well done, which I hear that quite frequently in my general readings. But this is that moment for you to say, you know, look what I did. Look what I've accomplished. And you may be worn out. You may have cleared out all the cupboards in your home, all the cupboards in the thought process of your mind, all of the negative people around you. You may have cleared everything out of your life. And as you were clearing out, you were bringing something new in. And that's what's getting ready to pay off. And it is exhausting. But when we get to that point of exhaustion, through all that hard work and effort, we feel like, did we do it right? Did we fail? Have we really accomplished anything? Because you haven't received anything back. And they're saying, be patient. It is on its way to you. And the Hermit is saying, use your inner wisdom. You already know what's going on. You already know it's time for you to make these changes. It's time for you to move forward. But this is going to be done with elegance and grace and style, whether you're a man or a woman. This is that moment for you to like rise up on a little bit of a pedestal, so to speak, where all eyes are going to be on you and they're going to be watching everything you say or do. So when it comes to the challenges that you could be facing, this is that moment for you to say, you know, I did it. I did it. And you're going to do absolutely wonderful, Cancer. So we have a multitude of different messages. Although it's very repetitive, we still have a lot of different messages here for you. And we could even go deeper, but I'm not going to do that. We're going to look at each week of the month as we go forward. So we have the card of forgiveness. And this is more, I feel, for you than it is for anyone else around you. Forgiving yourself for what you're letting go of antiques, letting go of that old process that you used to believe in that just doesn't work in this new world we're building, because it is a lot of work to tear down and rebuild. So what you've been going through in your life is exactly what the outside world is going through. Again, adding some of that anxiety, that fear along the way. So forgive yourself. There is no one to blame. Absolutely no one to blame, because this is what was meant to do. This is what was meant for you to do. And they're saying everything is going to be okay. And I heard the word darling. So if one of you are familiar with that word, that may have very well been for you. Acceptance. And that's what I'm talking about. Acceptance. Acceptance that this change is coming, and it is going to be amazing. It is really going to be amazing. So you guys, let's take a look at romance. All right. Now, we can't fix the world if we don't have love. Love is love. I love you. You love me. We love each other. Now, whether we're compatible is a whole different story, right? But this is about love. So we're going to look at those of you who are married, and it even says that, and coupled. If you're in a relationship right now, we're going to take a look at that. And then we'll move on to the singles, because some of you, this is a leap of faith in a new beginning with your partner, and others, you're going to walk away from this person. But it's a very difficult choice for those of you who are already in a relationship where you are with them. They know you're with each other, right? It's not a fictitious one. Soulmate, this is your person and you feel it. But it doesn't mean we have to stay with a soulmate. With each soul connection, with each soulmate, We have something in common. We have that beautiful coming together where we're just like, yes, this is the one. And oftentimes one or the other, sometimes both, will go through life lessons. They go through all of this that you've just been going through, and then they make a decision of whether or not they want to continue. Now, I will be honest, some of you have somebody brand new. You're going to leave somebody that you're with. I'm not necessarily saying to do that, but you've already made that conscious decision. And that's where this card comes into play. All of these cards do, because forgiveness and blame and acceptance equally coincide with that. So when it comes to walking away because you've got a new person, a soul mate, somebody that you're going to bond with in a beautiful way, you and only you can make that decision. But for a lot of you, the majority of you, that person you're with is your soulmate, the one you feel you're destined to be with. So it's like starting something new and taking a leap of faith that, yes, this is exactly what I want to do. This is the person I want. So I love that. Now let's take a look at our beautiful singles and see what's coming for you guys. We have the card of make the effort, and make the effort means you're going to make yourself feel good, look good, and remember by the third week, if you've been exhausted, if you've been working hard, which is a repetitive scenario in this reading, if you've been working hard, work, this is that moment for you to say, I want to look good, I want to feel good. As we weed out the old way of eating, and a lot of us are doing that right now, clearing, cleansing, this is the time to do it. Cut the cords. I've got that on my website as well. So it's that time to let go of all the old patterns, all of the old cycles, especially when it comes to love. So make the effort, look good, feel good, smell good, you know, go online and make yourself available. It is possible while we are locked up in our homes, and most of us aren't really feeling confined anymore. We're used to it. We've adapted to it, or we've been able to kind of roam around. It just depends on where you're at in the world. But it's up to us to be able to take and open the door and go out to the park down the street, or just go sit at the, you know, outside and enjoy the air. It's up to us, you know, to sit there for 30 minutes. And in that 30 minutes, that's when somebody comes in like the King of Swords. Somebody you thought you were going to meet, but hadn't happened yet. You're getting ready to get a new offer. You're getting ready to meet somebody. And I do feel that for the majority of you who are single, it is not going to be online. It is going to be in person, like sitting outside. Just sit on the curb and have a cup of tea and enjoy the air and say hello and lift your head up and put yourself out there and make the effort. And you're going to be blown away at what comes your way. So you guys, I hope you have an amazing February. Please thumbs up this video, share this video, and we'll see you next week. Much love.